All right, we're back to our two pinch pots that were connected. We flattened the bottom here. That is, and this piece has now been sitting out for about 40 minutes. So while your pears dry and before you shape them, you got to let them dry out for, I'm going to say 30 minutes minimum. Otherwise, the shape is not going to hold itself. So I'm going to now, I've smoothed this already, and I also want to back up for just a minute and let you know that as far as the materials needed for this project, in the beginning of this video, I forgot to include the red rubber rib, a wooden knife, a spray bottle, and a sponge. So those are things that you will also need for this project. So here it is. I decided what the top is and what the bottom is. I flattened the bottom, and now it's shaping. So, every pear is different. Every pear has its own shape. And so as far as the shape goes for a pear, the only thing that I'm going to say is that a pear normally is smaller at the top and wider at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and start shaping this guy. Here's a couple more examples that have not been painted. So there they are. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start. And to shape this, you're going to want to hold it and start pushing in and turning. Now, you want to be gentle, and you want to make sure that where you push in is right above the halfway mark, not at the halfway. That is a very fragile seam right there where we connected the two pinch pots. So I'm starting to but squeeze gently right above that connection line. Vamos a empezar a formar esta pera. Las peras son más grandes abajo que arriba. Todas las peras son diferentes, so ninguna de las peras en la clase se van a parecer exactamente. Lo único importante es que aquí donde conectamos las peras es la parte más débil. So queremos empezar a poner la cintura a esta pera arriba de donde la juntamos. So I am squeezing with two hands and turning so that the shape is even all the way around. And it doesn't take that long. You just have to be patient and kind of step back and take a look at it and decide if you're happy with it. And once you're happy with that pear, that is it for today. You must keep this pear solid, no hole at the bottom. If you put a hole at the bottom, the air that is keeping this pear in the shape of this feather will be released, and the pear will start to. It's too wet to open it up. Así le pone el hoyo hasta que ya esta pera está completamente terminada. Si le pone el hoyo por debajo, antes que se termina la pera, el aire es la única cosa que está sosteniendo la forma. Si le ponen el hoyo, el aire le sale y ya la pera no se va a poder formar. No vamos a exagerar mucho la forma. Si quieren hacerla así antes de formarla, está bien. You can usually I paddle before I shape, but if you want to kind of curve your edges in, which you should, you can use a paddle. Mine was pretty smooth, so I felt like I didn't need to paddle, but paddling is always a good idea. Especially if your pear looks like it's melting onto the table. You want your pear to have a nice curve down here. All right, so now we wait, leaving it out to dry one more time. You can do some smoothing with a damp sponge, but again, try not to add too much water at this point because we do want this to dry out. You cannot put the texture into this pear until it is at least leather hard on the dry side of leather hard. Okay, so limpiamos un poquito para quitarle las líneas, no mucha agua o si no la pera se pone muy débil y tenemos que dejar que se seque bastante antes de ponerle la textura porque ahorita está todavía un poco débil. All right, there it is. Now we just wait.